everyone, I am Dr. Tracy Xian. Today we are going to practice Running Along by Dmitri Kabalevsky. You can find this particular piece from the Contemporary Piano Literature Book 1 of the Francis Clark Library for Piano Students. So have your music ready and let's get started. Left hand, fifth finger, middle C, upper third. 1, 2, 3. Left hand between measure 1 through 8 is in the 5-finger pattern of E position. E, F, G, A, B. Right hand, thumb on high C in the 5-finger pattern of C major. C, D, E, F, G. Noticing the beginning note starts with an interval of a 6, which will remain parallel 6 throughout the entire piece from measure 1 through measure 14. Let's begin. Ready, go. Upper third, down a second, down a second, upper third, down a second, down a second, down a second, upper third, down a second, down a second, down a second, upper third, down a second, upper second, down a third, upper third, upper third, down a second, second, upper third, down a second, down a second, down a second, upper third, down a second, down a second, down a second, hold, release, upper third, release. Measure 9, shifting the hand position, remain to be in parallel 6, down a second. Now your left hand is 5th finger on D and right hand thumb on B. Measure 9 and 10 is in the chord shape of 1, 3, 5. Measure 11, 12, down a second again in the chord shape of C, E, G, right hand A, C, E. After 2 measures, measure 13, down a second one last time. Left hand now in B, D, F, right hand G, B, D. Now let's go back to measure 9 to begin. D and B. Remember, it's still in parallel 6. Ready and go now. Third, 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 repeat. Down a second, both hands, upper third, everything in thirds, repeat. Down a second, 13, still in thirds. Both hands, upper second, E and C. This is measure 15. Second beat of measure 15. Third finger, move down a second. Right hand remain to be on high C, D and C. Last note, C and C. 4th finger and 4th finger. And 2 and release. There are 2 kinds of articulation in this piece. One is 2-note slur. and the other is staccato articulation. We will practice the slur first. Find your beginning position, 5th finger on E, middle C, upper third, right hand thumb on C. We will practice the first 2 notes 3 times. Ready, start. Down, up. 2-note slur. First note slightly louder. Second note on lifting position. Drop and lift. Third time. Prepare, drop, and lift. Now let's go to the third measure. You will begin on 4th finger on F, left hand, right hand, 2nd finger on D. We will practice 4 and 2, 2 and 4. Ready, lift, drop, lift, gently. Again, drop, down, up. One more time. And down and up. Back to E and G, C and E in measure 5, first 2 notes. Prepare, drop, and lift. Again, drop and lift. Now measure 7, F and D, 2 and 4. Prepare, drop, lift, repeat. Last time. Now measure 9, down a second, both hands, 5th finger on D, right hand thumb on B, 1 and 3, 5 and 3 in the left. Prepare, drop, repeat. Down a second, measure 11. Repeat. Down a second, measure 13. Noticing how much I take good care of not accenting the 2nd 8th note without accenting that. The accent note is the down gesture, and the upper gesture is non-accented note. Now let's practice the staccato articulation. Beginning hand position. We'll begin on the 3rd 8th notes of measure 1. Thumb on B, right hand 5th finger on G. If you look at the pattern between measure 1 and 2 is 5, 4, 3, 5, 4, 3. Even when you practice playing the staccatos, you still want to maintain a good sense of phrasing. So not all the staccato notes are playing in downward gesture, which will make them sound very notey. Shaping the 5, 4, 3, or 1, 2, 3 in the left hand, make them sound very melodic. Now we'll move to measure 3 and 4, begins on the finger number 3. 3, 2, 1, back and forth, measure 4. Again, 3 again. 3, down a second, up a third, back and forth. Measure 5 and 6 again. Start with a staccato and 5, 4, 3. 5, 4, 3. Measure 7. 3, 4, 1. Lift. Lift. We'll hold measure 8. Both notes slightly longer, as if it's written in 8th, followed by 8th rest, 8th rest. Now move to measure 9. Ready? Start with the thumb on A and the right hand 5th finger on F. Staccato, back and forth. Again, make them very melodic. Down a second, E, C, G and E in the left hand. 2 more times. Down a second, last time, 13, 14, staccato notes, down a third. 2 more times. Then, last 3 notes, 8th note, 8th rest, 8th, 8th rest, and 2, and release. The last practice step, we will put both articulations together, practice running along in very slow tempo. Prepare hand position, left hand 5th finger on E, right hand thumb on high C. 1 and 2, begin. Down, up, staccato. 1. Prepare. Down. Down gesture. Phrasing. Prepare. Down. Lift. Down a second. Down. Up. Gentle. Down. Up. Down. Down. Up. Down. 2 and 4. 3 and 4. 4 and 4. 1 and 2